Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Harry here with Bodybuilding Bros. First off, I want to apologize that this video is just going to be training clips. I know most of you guys don't like that, but wanted to talk about something that I've changed up in my training within the last year or so, and it doesn't have anything to do with my training program or anything like that itself. It has to do with getting super excited before hitting a set of squats or deadlifts, especially. Not really for bench, because no one really gets that crazy for a set of bench, but before my contest prep, before that whole series, I always used to get so fired up going into the gym and going in even just to do a normal squat workout, because as you guys know, I ran Wendler 531 for a really long time, like a year and a half, even before I started dieting. And on those 1+ sets, I would just be so hyped up the whole day before and the whole morning before I got to the gym. And even probably on most days I would bring ammonia tabs just to kind of fire myself up a little bit more. And I guess it helped. It helps you lift a lot of weight in my experience. It always helped me lift a lot of weight, but it never really helped my form at all, because you just get so fired up that you don't care what your form looks like. You just want to move as much weight as you can. And there's nothing wrong with that, I guess, if you're doing a powerlifting meet. But in the gym, your technique should be as perfect as possible, I think. And getting too aroused for a set of squats or deadlifts doesn't really allow you to focus on your mental cues while doing the lift. You just get under the bar for a deadlift, just get on top of the bar and just move it as any way you can. I'm gonna put up a graph in this video. It's probably gonna be right when I'm talking about it, about the relationship. This is a sports psychology research something, found it in one of my textbooks, and it's the relationship between arousal and performance. So as you can see, if you're under aroused, your performance is going to suffer. If you're hyper aroused, so way too aroused, your performance is going to suffer again. So it's pretty much like a bell curve, and you really want to find that sweet spot of arousal so that your performance can be maximized. So you really shouldn't go into the gym not excited at all, but you also shouldn't go into the gym or go into one of your lifts just way too excited that it throws you off completely. You should really, in training, you should try to find that middle ground where you're able to be really excited for a lift, but also able to focus on the mental aspect of the lift, knowing your cues. For me, especially for squats, keeping my chest up, pulling my elbows down, keeping my knees out. And if I get too excited, I'm just going to go in there and not think about any of that. I'm sure I could still move a lot of weight. Not going to be very safe. I'm sure it would be good for a powerlifting meet, but in training, I really try to keep my technique on point. I know that this sounds like a silly concept to be talking about, but even one of my friends that I've been talking to that's just got into powerlifting style training says that he gets so crazy going into his working sets. I think he's running 531, and it just kind of takes away from his performance. And I know that feeling. If you go into the gym just feeling, first of all, you're feeling crazy and you can't even focus. That's how excited you are. And first of all, you can't perform, and second of all, you've probably set such a big goal in your head that when you don't hit that goal, especially if you're working with plus sets on 531, you just feel shitty the rest of the day and the rest of the week, and you have to wait another 4 weeks to get another attempt at that weight if you're following the program correctly. So I really think it's important to be able to find that middle ground. It's going to be different for everyone, obviously, and I'm sure that caffeine can have a big impact on how crazy you get to feel when you're going into the gym. As for me, since the end of my contest prep, the only thing I've really been having pre-workout is a cup of coffee. I don't even take creatine or anything. Not that that has any acute effects for a pre-workout supplement, but I don't take any beta-alanine. I hate beta-alanine. It's always giving me the jitters and makes my face so itchy, and I just hate that feeling so much. And I mean, I don't take any citrulline, or not that that has any effect on how you feel either. Just kind of vasodilation, give you a pump. But Caffeine I found in a moderate dose works best for me. Like I said, I just have a cup of coffee. It's probably around like 150 milligrams max, and I usually have that like 2 or 3 hours pre-workout, so it's not like I'm going into the gym like feeling crazy and like shaky. So, I mean, I just think that this is an important concept to understand. If your goal is optimal performance in any sport or in anything, you really have to find that middle ground where you feel good and excited and aroused, but you don't feel like it's going to be taking away from your performance. So I hope this voiceover helped you guys out. I know it's a strange concept to be talking about, but it's definitely something that I feel is important to understand. You don't need to know like the science or the research behind it. It's just important to understand for making you perform as good as you can. So it's not always good to be overexcited going into a workout. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.